Hello everyone, welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our first review of Empini Season 1, which just started streaming on Showmax. The show is an action-packed drama set in the dangerous world of private security. It follows a deeply troubled private security bodyguard who is in search of answers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Episode 1 begins with a flashback scene where young Ndoni witnesses the murder of her father, Bonga, a memory that haunts her, especially because it was Ndoni and her mother who found his body, which had been made to look like a suicide. After his death, Ndoni's father was framed and his reputation was tarnished. Fast forward 15 years to the present, Bonga's former comrade and business partner, Kaya, has taken Ndoni under his wing and taken over the company co-founded by her father, Mkonto Protection Services. The drama kicked off following the 25th anniversary of MPS, where Bonga was honored. Ndoni began to once again question the events surrounding her father's death and the subsequent tarnishing of his name. One of Kaya's comrades, General Mweti, gave a divisive speech which pissed off Kaya's father-in-law, who is the deputy president, and Ndoni, who seemed to harbor a deep hatred for the general. She ditched the anniversary celebrations and went to the club for a drink. The episode ends with her beating up some unwanted thugs in the club as the police arrive. Episode 2 picks up with Ndoni's release from the station after beating up some thugs the prior night. After being scolded by her mother, she went to her father's gravesite, where she met a man named Madopa. He claimed to have been a comrade of her father's, suggesting he had information about Bonga's death to share with Ndoni. However, she dismissed him, claiming she wasn't interested. Meanwhile, Kaya's wife, looking out for her father's interests, confronted her husband about the political tension that General Mweti stirred up with his speech at the anniversary celebrations. His father-in-law, Enoch, also gave Kaya a call, scolding him about General Mweti's speech and ordering him to get the general under control before he jeopardizes his political campaign. The deputy president's life would later come under threat after an assassination attempt which was quickly thwarted by Ndoni and her team. Following the failed assassination attempt, Ndoni took her suspicions to Kaya, requesting his help with clearing her father's name and finding his murderer. Kaya then questioned her sanity as it's revealed that she has a history of mental health issues and was institutionalized following her father's death. Kaya did promise he would look into it, but he was spooked and made a mysterious call to someone reporting that Ndoni was once again in search of answers about her father's death. We are then introduced to General Mweti's son, Uhuru, who is engaged to Kaya's daughter, Nosipo. The couple appears to be in love, but Uhuru hasn't been contributing to the wedding arrangements and continues to stall with signing the prenup to their marriage. The episode ends with the captured assailants from the failed assassination attempt being released from jail as they're picked up by MPS agents, led by the shady Tobani. That was a very soft opening for the show. The acting and production is beautiful, but this premiere was underwhelming, and I have to blame the release strategy. I'm surprised that Showmax opted to release 2 episodes per week, when 3 episodes per week has served their shows so well in the past. The Wife, Outlaws, and Youngins all had a 3 episodes per week release strategy, which allowed for the stories to be told effectively. The second episode today also failed to end with a meaningful cliffhanger. It definitely felt like there was a 3rd episode missing. Another note I have would be promotion. I think Showmax did the bare minimum to create promotional material for the show. There's a lot of characters to keep an eye on, so I was disappointed that promotional material only focused on the 2 leads when they have such a stellar cast. The first review is always the most difficult, so please excuse me if I mixed up some names and characters. There are also some characters I didn't bother mentioning, but I'll introduce them as they begin to play a bigger part in the story. Season 1 of Empini has been scheduled for 52 episodes, and it feels like it's going to be a slow burner. It's a classic case of whodunit, and for whatever reason they're making Kaya's involvement in Bonga's death too obvious, which means he's probably innocent. There's a lot of potential plot points in story, especially with Uhuru and Nosipo's pending union. It's giving arranged marriage vibes, and potentially it's just a part of General Mweti's bigger plans. In that respect, I think it was smart to release the show on the eve of the elections, since it has a lot of political undertones. The ending also suggests that the assassination attempt on the deputy president was staged by MPS. I assume as some sort of twisted PR stunt to make them look good. I have more questions than answers at this point, and the suspense is killing me. We'll be back next week with another review. don't forget to like and subscribe. This is ASR for the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.